hello, and welcome to the Core Dog Experience. We're here. I talk Ohio State Buckeyes, talking Buckeyes from the fans' point of view. So you know the deal. If you like it, please hit the like button, and if you enjoy Buckeye content in general, please subscribe. Help a brother grow this thing out. That's it. It's just. Do I want to get into it because that was pathetic. It was pathetic on so many levels. I was actually looking forward to the game. I was looking forward to it. I wanted to see what Devin Brown could do. Wanted to see some of the potential starters for next year, and that was just it was embarrassing. Actually, that was just embarrassing. And I know Devin Brown got knocked out. Talks to his durability issues moving forward. How many snaps did he play all year? 30, 40 snaps maybe at the most. Got hurt on two of them that put him out for a significant amount of time. But with that said, it was still 4 or 5 weeks to prepare for a game. And that was embarrassing. You bring in your freshman. We gonna get into Kyle McCord, but did Devin take all the snaps? Lincoln didn't get one snap in during the course of preparation for the bowl game. You had to anticipate Devin might get hurt. Would have been. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and that's too much talent to only score 3 points. Too much offensive talent to only score 3 points in the game. I don't care if your quarterback got knocked out or not. And this goes back to I'm a Ryan Day fan. I've been defending Ryan Day, and I continue to do so. People want to get him fired after the Michigan stuff. Like I've said before in previous stuff, if you want to fire him, fine. Just who you going to replace him with. All the names being mentioned don't make sense. They still don't. Unless there's a Jim Tressel out there someplace where we don't know about him. He come out of the blue because no one knew about Jim Tressel. But unless there's one of those out there, I don't think Ryan Day going anywhere. But I will say this about Ryan Day with the 12-team expansion playoff. I said previously, if Ryan Day doesn't make the 12-team playoff, yeah, it's time for Ryan Day to go. I'm going to amend that somewhat following this bowl game. Even if we make the 12-team playoff, and if we get bounced in the first round, yeah, it's still time for Ryan Day to go. Because you got to be better prepared than what they were. There's no way in the world you could tell me a team with that much offensive talent can only score 3 points. And I don't care if they are blitzing the hell out of you, because Missouri blitzed the hell out of us once Lincoln went in there. You got to have something dialed up to counter the blitz. You got to have your other quarterback ready to go. And this goes back to my stuff with Ryan. One of my pet peeves about Ryan Day over the years. In blowout games, when he would bring his quarterback in, the backup quarterback in, all he would do was hand the ball off. Never drop. He never stuck with the game plan. Like he was just trying to run out the clock and get off the field. You got to develop your other players. That's part of the reason why Kyle McCord was so green coming into this year. The games he played last year, all McCord would do was come in and hand the ball off. Ryan Day never let McCord throw the ball. That's one of my pet peeves about Ryan Day when he brings in the backups. It's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's just hurry up, run out the clock, and get out of here. You got to keep letting your guys play the game. You should have let McCord throw the ball last year when he came into the game. The few times Devin came in this year before he got hurt, you gotta let your backup quarterbacks throw the ball. I don't know what they doing in practice that Lincoln was not prepared to be able to throw the ball and run the offense. They just, in Missouri, like they had no fear of the passing game. They just blitzed the hell out of our line, and our line couldn't hold up. Like they ain't never seen a blitz before. Think they would have learned after that Indiana game way back in week 1. That's how Indiana did. They blitzed the hell out of us. That was pathetic. Pathetic. Ain't no excuses for it. I don't care if your quarterback got knocked out, because the defense, for all intents and purposes, played well enough to win that game. It's hard to keep asking your defense to make stop after stop against a talented offense, and Missouri's a talented offense. Let's just be real. They had good offense. They had Georgia on the ropes. It wasn't for a bad interception in the fourth quarter. They very well could have knocked off Georgia during the regular season. Missouri's that good. And we held them to 14 points with basically no offense. Because it's like we didn't even try. And if I'm Trevion, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. If that's all we can offer offensively, if our quarterback gets knocked out where I can't even make it to the line of scrimmage, I ain't sticking around. Why? If I'm Trevion, I'm going to coach. We got to do something. God, that ain't working. I'm leaving if I'm Trevion. I'm sorry. He opted to come in and play the game, and that's how he got treated. I'm not surprised for the opt-outs. He very well could have got dinged up that game, given how that offensive line was playing and how Missouri was just destroying them. So if this is the new day and age of college football, the opt-outs, he should have opted out. He stuck around to play. And this stuff about it's not a meaningless game, y'all need to quit with that. Y'all saw K Stover, injured and all, he was out. He lit into the offensive line. He lit into him, because Ryan Day wasn't. I like Ryan Day. I defend Ryan Day, but you gotta show me some more, man. When K Stover, you want your captains to be able to do that. And K Stover, the captain, but to say, for folks to say this was a meaningless game, just look at that sideline rant K Stover went into against his offensive line. He wanted to win that game. He was there to play. He suited up, injured and all. He wanted to win. So it was not a meaningless game. A lot of folks were playing for some stuff. Devin Brown, I'm sorry he got hurt. I was anxious to see what Devin Brown could do. But is he durable? I don't know. A lot of folks said we should have went into the transfer portal and got a quarterback. I mean, I was happy with the quarterback room, given how Ryan Day spoke him up. Devin Brown coming back. Lincoln Kindhost, he spoke him up. Aaron Nolan coming in. He's looking to a healthy quarterback competition next year. He didn't feel a need to go into the portal. And who was out there that was better? I mean, all the quarterbacks that are coming, they're a one-year deal. A lot of folks wanted to bring someone in for 1 year and let Aaron Nolan sit and rest, sit and learn, however you want to call it. Then you bring a transfer quarterback, good thing. Most likely Devin's transferring and Lincoln going to transfer out. Then you're left with one transfer quarterback out of the portal and Aaron Nolan, the true freshman. And we right back where we started from. And you know our fan base don't like a quarterback as soon as he makes a mistake. I mean, going into next year, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. As soon as he makes a mistake, they're going to call for the backup. It's going to be the Kyle McCord situation all over again. I said we're going to talk about Kyle McCord. But that game in and of itself was pathetic. That offensive showing was pathetic. Ryan Day should be embarrassed. Justin Fry should be embarrassed that his offensive line could not hold up any better than that. 3 points. Ohio State is pathetic and embarrassing. No way to sugarcoat that. I don't care if Devin Brown got hurt. You need to prepare your backup quarterback a lot better than what our backup quarterbacks have been prepared to do since the Ryan Day era, quite frankly. Quite frankly. I mean, that's one of my pet peeves about Ryan Day. Urban Meyer, a lot of folks bring up Urban Meyer. Just look how his backup quarterback's ready to come in and play. Braxton Miller goes down. Kenny Guyton comes in and leads the win over Purdue. Excellent fourth quarter drive. Excellent in overtime. We beat Purdue on Kenny Guyton. Didn't play all year, came in, he was ready to play when Braxton Miller got hurt in that Purdue game. Remember that game? I know y'all do. Kenny Guyton. Smooth Kenny G. Wish him well at Wisconsin and this new coaching gig. Maybe someone for the future to bring on. I'm just saying. A name to throw out there, Kenny Guyton, in a couple years from now, if the Ryan Day don't work out, Kenny Guyton. But Urban Meyer, he had his backup quarterbacks ready to play. JT Barrett goes down against Michigan. Haskins comes in, leads a fourth quarter drive. I haven't seen that with Ryan Day's development of his backup quarterbacks, where they're ready to come in and do some stuff. Ryan Day brings in his backup quarterbacks. They hand the ball off, 3 yards, cloud of dust, punt. Let's hurry up in the game and get out of here and get ready for next week. That's what Ryan Day's philosophy has been so far in terms of his backup quarterbacks. I will give credit for Urban Meyer and having his backups ready to go. And of course, Cardale Jones can't get no more ready than that. Third string quarterback takes us to a national championship. Urban Meyer's backup quarterbacks ready to come in and play. Ryan Day's backup quarterbacks, not so much. I hope he changes that and get ready to go, because if Devin Brown's our starter going into next year, he has durability issues from the short stuff we got to see, the limited play calling and play we got to see at Devin Brown. He's gotten hurt. He's gotten hurt. I mean, he's gotten hurt. And yes, what the turf monster looked like got him. It's hard to come back from high ankle sprains. He tried to gut it out. I feel for the young man, but he may have durability issues. We cannot count on Devin Brown going into next year. And unless Aaron Nolan comes in and balls out and beats him out, he's probably going to be your starting quarterback next year, because Ryan Day didn't show no confidence at all in Lincoln Kineholtz to come in and run the offense. So he has to fix that up. But that was pathetic. It's just talk. It was pathetic. I mean, I went to the grocery market the other day. Dude saw my hat. It's like he just looked at me, just went like, "What you gonna do?" That's all I could. I was like, I almost didn't wear it, man. But I thought I was safe out here, you know, on the West Coast and all. But no, they saw the game. He's like, 3 points, dude. That's all you can do. I did the Joey Bosa shrug, but it had a whole new different meaning. Cause like, hey, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. It is what it is. But he got to make some changes. He either got to give up the play calling. He got to do some better development of his people, because his thing of coming in and letting the backup quarterback play and just hand the ball off, I said one of the days it was going to come back and bite him. And that Missouri game was just, Lincoln Kineholtz was not ready to go. He was poorly prepared. I don't know if he got any reps during the practice time. If all the reps went to Devin Brown, I don't know how they practiced it to go. But obviously, he had no confidence in Lincoln coming in and running the show. And it showed. Missouri knew it, and they stacked the box, and we couldn't do nothing about it. Our defense, our defense played, y'all. Hats off to Jim Knowles and the defense. But when your offense ain't giving you no support whatsoever, I'm surprised Missouri didn't put up more points. I'm surprised they didn't. That's how good our defense played. They got worn out. They gave a chunk play, and it's like what's the point? You know, our offense ain't gonna do nothing. But that was pathetic. I'm embarrassed for Ryan Day and how he had that team prepared, and all the negative superlatives being thrown at him. He earned it. He earned it. He earned it, because that was just a bad showing. You got to have your team better prepared for that. You got to be ready for any type of situation. Obviously, was not prepared for if our starting quarterback got hurt, because they did not look prepared. They did not look like they were ready to go, and that was just a bad performance all the way around once Devin Brown got hurt. Which brings us to Kyle McCord. A lot of those fans who ran McCord off were saying, damn, wish we would have McCord for this game at least. Because if McCord plays, we win that game going away. If our defense played, we win that game going away. If McCord is there, we win that game going away. I believe that. People, they would have blitzed. No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have blitzed us if Kyle McCord was there. Not the way they blitzed after Lincoln came in. They had no fear of the passing game. If McCord is there, we win that game. I truly believe that. But he's off to Syracuse. You fans got what you wanted. And y'all bullied him out of town. That with the thing Ryan Day said, you're going to have to compete for your job, which he should do. He should say that to everybody, not just the quarterback. You got to compete to keep your job. If McCord didn't want to compete to keep his job, and I don't blame him given all the crap he took this year, I'm going to take my ball and go, and he did. I mean, good luck at Syracuse. I don't know how that's going to work out for you. Their fan base probably ain't as crazy as ours, but hey, he's at Syracuse. I wish him well because he took a lot of crap this year. He did. 11-1. Did he make a fool paw by saying what he said about in the Michigan game? Possibly. But it is what it is. So I wish him well. And the same thing's going to happen to the quarterback, whoever it is, next year because our fan base, the very vocal minority fan base, they crazy. They're crazy and they ain't never going to be satisfied. The moment, be it Devin Brown, Lincoln, Nair Nolan, whoever, because they're going to have an excuse to say something. If Devin Brown makes a mistake, bring in Air Nolan. If Air Nolan happens to win the job, they should have went to the transfer portal. It's always going to be that crowd that's going to find something to bitch and complain about. Just get ready for it, because it's coming. We got one of the most ridiculous fan bases, period, because we spoiled as hell. We are spoiled as hell. They ain't never going to be happy until we win the Natty. And they'll still find something to complain if we win the Natty. I'm just saying. They're going to find something to complain about even if we go on and win the Natty. Watch. You got that vocal minority that's never going to be happy. That's the yeah but crowd. No matter what, they're going to find something to be unhappy about. I don't care who our quarterback is next year. The moment he throws an interception, they're going to be ready for the backup. And it should be Air Nolan. We should have went to the transfer portal. Just preparing y'all now for it. It don't matter who the quarterback is. They're not going to be happy with him. Period. Kyle McCord, I thought he had a good year given, like I said, when he came in last year during the blowout games, all Ryan Day did was let him hand the ball off. He could have probably prepared him better, so he wouldn't have been so green this year. But I thought he improved throughout the course of the year. Not to the pace that some folks would have liked him to improve, but I thought he showed improvement. Had he been back next year, I think Ohio State would be favored. But now we got to start over a quarterback. It is what it is, and I said wish him well. Following the Michigan loss, you would have thought the sky was falling. You know, we started losing folks to the transfer portal. Some of our recruits started decommitting. And you know what? At the end of the day, we still ended up with the number 2 class, number 3 class. Even some folks may say, hey, we may have the best class because at the end of the day, we had the most 5-star recruits signed up. And the only reason some of the other classes were higher ranked because they had more spots available than Ohio State. They had more bodies. Who knows that we have, I think our average rank per recruit might be the highest if I remember correctly. Like I said, 5-star recruits. No other class has more than Ohio State. So the sky's not falling. But of course, even with that, people are still mad when we started losing some of the some folks started decommitting and committing elsewhere. They see that we still had the amount of 5 stars. We still got the number 2 class. They still not happy. Well, you still got to develop them. True. Going back to my previous point about Ryan Day, you still got to develop him. He still has to coach him up, but the sky's not falling. We still have the number 2 class, best class in the Big Ten. Now we got to coach him up. Like I said, for our level of talent, We should make the playoffs every year on talent alone, and Ryan Day's going to have to start producing. And I'm saying if he don't make the playoffs next year, bounce him, and I'm going to amend that. That if he even make the playoffs, he losing the first round, bounce him. Like I said, it's getting thin. That leash is getting real thin. You know, we gotta start having some production, some results that equals the talent on the field that we put out there year in and year out. We're not seeing the results we need to receive. We need to see, and that lays on Ryan Day's feet. He needs to do a better job. Because that Missouri game, that was not a well-prepared team at all. He needs to get better prepared. I don't know if we got to change up the coaching staff. Justin Fry may not be the answer on the O-line, but I think our defense is fine. We got to fix the offense. We have to fix the offense, and who would have thought our offense would have needed fixing, but our offense needs fixing, and that starts with Ryan Day. He needs to totally relinquish play calling. I don't know what he needs to do something. He needs to call what he's doing ain't working consistently. But the sky's not falling. We got the number 2 class coming in. Number 1 overall recruit coming in. A lot of folks here is going to switch to Miami. But like you said, money's not everything. Money's not everything. I know NIL's made a lot of difference in some of these recruits. But if you want to go someplace to get developed and get talented, get developed for the next level by position, Ohio State right now is the best place to be because of Brian Hartline. Jeremiah Smith pretty much said as much. I could go anywhere for the money. But if you want to get developed and get ready for the next level, this is where you want to be for right now. Jack Smith and Jigba's pretty much said that. One of those catches he made for the Seahawks, he said Ohio State prepared me for moments like this. This is why if you're a top flight receiver, you come here and get developed. So Jeremiah Smith, I thought he was going to flip. He said, nah, I'm coming here. It's not about the money. It's about the coaching and getting developed. And Brian Hartline could develop me and get me ready for the next level. It's going to be interesting what the offense is going to look like next year. New quarterback, whoever that might be, he's going to have a very young, talented, but yet inexperienced thing. Because look who we could possibly line up next year. Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, Jeremiah Smith, Bryson Rogers. We're still going to have Mayan Graham. We're still going to have some talented receivers. The Grande guy coach him up. He has to do better offensively now. I think our defense is on point. Like I said, defensively, we could have won that Missouri game with the way our defense played. Ryan Day and the offense dropped the ball, and I lay that all on Ryan Day for not having his quarterback ready to go. But upcoming games, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Cause I don't like Michigan, don't like Bama. I don't care who win the game. Washington, Texas might be interesting, only because Washington's gonna be in the Big Ten next year. Might be pulling for Washington, but I really have no interest in the games. I might watch him. Might have some other stuff going on. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I don't know. Only good thing about happened this weekend, we got probably was basketball related. The number 1 overall recruit at point guard, number 3 overall, but the top ranked at point guard, Jelani Cambridge, is coming to Ohio State. Kudos to Kevin McGuff. I think he got something going on there. And again, you have to coach him up. But we got little bit of good news on the women's basketball front. Jelani Cambridge, number 1 rated point guard, number 3 overall recruit, committed to Ohio State. In large part because her sister is also transferred into Ohio State from Kentucky, so she's playing with her sister. So hopefully she'll be here 3-4 years, and they can do something on the hardwood to make our ladies program, to keep elevating our ladies program. But other than that, ain't too much talk about Ohio State wise. Oh man, I did not think I was gonna start my 2024 year off like this, talking about how pathetic Ohio State looked like on the football field. That's gonna be a hard one to get over. But it is what it is, as they say. Ryan Day, you got to get better. It's hard to keep defending you. It's hard when you have performances like that. They keep coming out and defending you, because some of those issues I have with you are they're magnifying, because it's showing more and more and more on how you're not getting your folks ready to play. But it is what it is. So again, it's Buckeye. I talk Buckeyes. I watch some other stuff, like I tell you. Other stuff going on. See my fantasy football shirt here. Not mine. It's not mine. Not mine. I ain't coming last. That's for our last place person. I'm the commissioner of the league. The shirt came in, so I know you're watching this. This shirt. You're gonna have to put this shirt on in a couple days when I get back to the office. So yeah, you gonna have to tell. I'm gonna take pictures of it, but it ain't mine. Not my shirt. Just came in the mail today. Might even bedazzle it some. I'm still thinking about that, but other than that, Buckeye content. If you like it, if you're liking this segment, please hit that like button. Hit the like button. What do you think? Should we have hit the transfer portal more to bring in a quarterback, given what we saw on the field? I'm still cool with us not pursuing the portal for a transfer quarterback, because I was like, who's out there that is going to elevate our program? I don't know if anyone was out there. Cam Ward, he had more interceptions than Kyle McCord, so I don't know the names that are floating around. I'll go for our quarterback room. I mean, they still four and 5 stars we got coming in. Just gotta coach them up. It is what it is. It is what it is. Probably get into a little bit more basketball as March Madness rolls around. So it's Buckeyes. There's other stuff going on besides football. We start focusing on some other stuff. But again, if you're liking the content, hit that like button. And if you enjoy Buckeye content in general, please subscribe. I grew a lot in 2023. Hope to grow even more in 2024. So again, until next time, OHIO, go Bucks. I'm out.